One of the questions we're often asked is, what's the difference between personality and behavior? And with the DISC model and the work that we do, we're constantly talking about the fact that behavior and personality are two distinctly different things. We're actually measuring with DISC, we're actually measuring behavior. Now, the key difference between the two of them is that personality is suggesting that this is who you are, and it's looking at those traits which are more intrinsic to you, and really it's not something that we can change, whereas behavior is something that we can actually alter. And so from a model of coaching, we're talking about that this is how a player may act or behave or what they do. Now, it suggests that we can actually change those factors about ourselves. So for example, if you're not behaving in a way which is giving you the outcomes that you want, you can actually make adjustments to that. You can actually change that. We're not asking an athlete, or anyone for that matter, to ever change who they are or change, for example, their personality. The other good thing about behavior is that when we're looking at what makes an individual more or less successful, certain personality types are suggested where there is a better personality for leadership, there is a better personality for success in sport, or whatever the case. With behavior in the DISC model, what we know for a fact, based on profiling more than 15,000 athletes, coaches, and people who are successful in their various endeavors, is that we have not actually seen a pattern that suggests that you have to be a particular type of profile in order to be successful. We have literally seen people be successful with all types of different profiles, but if there was one thing which all of these successful people had in common, it was the fact that they all had a great ability to adapt themselves, that is, to change their behavior to suit the environment or the situation that they're actually working in. And our leadership model is in fact a behavioral based model. So there are certain behaviors that more effective leaders do. But ultimately, to be effective as a leader, we need to be able to adapt and adjust our behavior to suit different scenarios, different people that we're leading, and certainly different types of environments and context. So in summary, the key difference between a personality profile and a behavioral profile is that a behavioral profile is measuring how you act and what you do in a certain environment, and you can change that, and that's very powerful. Whereas personality is saying that this is who you are, and for most of us we only have one personality, and therefore you can't actually change that, and you don't have to. But behavior is something that you can adapt.